Hey folks, Mrs. Landon here. I hope you had a great spring break and are revived and ready to wrap up this year. We are almost done with about 1 month left to go until your AP exam. One thing I want to mention about this week, so I did make some changes. If you notice the post I did before break, this second bullet point is no longer the same thing anymore. So what is going to happen, the first bullet point is still going to hold. Your mid-chapter 11 deadline, which is basically section 11.1, does have a deadline of Monday by 3 p.m. The remaining formative work for chapter 11 also still does have this same deadline of Thursday, April 3rd. So all the formative work, which basically means section 11.2, and then some FRQ critiques are due Thursday by April 3rd. Now, what's going to be different is you still are scheduled to have your last test for this book, which is just chapter 11. We do not test on chapter 12. That test is going to be Thursday during Win 1, and I have locked everyone into Win 1. Now, here's what's changing. This test score, the test score is no longer going to be in third quarter. All formative work for chapter 11, that is 11.1 and 11.2 in your FRQs, will be in quarter 3. I did this last year for the first time and was pleased with doing that because in this case last year, it actually helped every single student in that their percent for third quarter went up a little bit. Now, for some, it made the difference and got them a different grade, but overall, no students were impacted negatively by me putting the formative work in there. Now, unfortunately, this year, we do not have time to also make the Chapter 11 test show up in third quarter because of some scheduling issues with some other students. So the Chapter 11 test, you will take it, again, Thursday during Win 1 if you're here, and that test score will go into fourth quarter. Now, here's where it gets a little weird. I don't know if you noticed on our deadline schedule, if I pull that up, by the way, it's worth taking a look at. You're going to see here that it talks about first semester was a 50-50 split between second and third quarter. However, second semester does not work that way. Second semester is an 80-20 split between the grading. So your third quarter grade counts for 80% of your semester grade. Clearly, your semester grade is what you're looking and gaining toward for your GPA. The 20% is going to be your fourth quarter grade to make up your full semester. Now, what I'm not comfortable doing is putting one small summative assessment in fourth quarter and have that count for the whole thing. It doesn't logically make sense for me. So what we're going to do, again, you're still going to take the Chapter 11 test this Thursday during Win 1. That test is going to be a formative test. I'm going to make it worth more than 100 points on a standard assignment. Let me see how many points I'm going to make it yet. It's going to have a little bit of an impact in the formative category, but it's going to be formative. So therefore, your entire fourth quarter grade is still going to be just 20% of your second semester grade. And that fourth quarter grade is all formative work. Not one thing summative is going to be in there. So if you're curious, where am I going to end up for the semester? I would really say, look at that third quarter grade right now. Take 80% of that percentage. Add to it, assume you get all the points for fourth quarter formative. I will tell you, when we start the review, which is what goes in there for the rest of the formative, there is no reason anybody should get less than 100% on our 18-day review to get towards our test. When you do the review, it's all based on participation, not on your performance. So if you meet the deadlines on this 18-day review that I'll talk about in the following weeks, you're going to get all of those formative points. The only formative points in fourth quarter that you're going to have to put a little more energy behind is going to be that final Chapter 11 formative test. Okay, so just think of that, prepare for Chapter 11 still, but again, that's going to go into fourth quarter. And if you're curious about, this grading again, we can talk more about it, but feel free to swing in and talk to me about it. That is really all that I wanted to address today, but just make sure for Chapter 11 you're feeling good. If you have any questions, please feel free to swing on in and talk to me or shoot me an email. Again, welcome back. I hope you feel like you're ready to go and just kind of wrap up this textbook and get you guys ready for that big AP exam coming up. See you soon. Bye-bye.